Hello, hello, my green skins, and welcome to Space Geeks. Okay, hopefully we're coming in loud and clear. Testing, testing. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? I'm hoping. Winging a prayer. Yeah, there we go. We have ourselves the stuff. No one picked, so I picked for us myself. So we will be playing a brand new game. I had this in the back pocket. I'm dropping this so I can talk and you guys won't hear the music in the background as much. Oh, okay, fine. Fine game. X to apply. All right, we're good. Back out. Back out. So our graphics should be set. We are playing the remaster. It's going. We'll see when DJ or Bob shows up. How far we go with this. But right now, I'm just going to be setting up stuff. So right now we are going pretty basic here. Oh, I'm dropping the cyber. I'm going as basic as basic right now for this version. Yeah, it's orcs in space. Yes, it is. So hopefully DJ gets here soon. And hopefully Bob gets here. But we are starting up the game. We are starting up the remaster or the remake of System Shock 1. And I got System Shock 2. When it goes on sale, I'll pick up System Shock 2. By the way, Night Dive Studio, hit me up. I love your shit. Like, fuck, hit me up. The second this ended up on GOG, it's like, when's it on sale? When's it on sale? When's it on sale? It's on sale. Click. Like, who needs to pay their hydro bill, right? And everything goes dead. Who needs to pay a hydro bill? I'm gonna skip this because I've already watched this. I played it today to test it. Alrighty, so here we are, Mr. Hacker. As I fight the controls again. Come on, controller. Pick up everything. There we go. You're responsive now. So here we are, Mr. Hacker. The hacker man himself. The man is screwing around with stuff. He's going to go live on his live streams shortly. Let's open up the bathroom. Hi, bathroom. You're chunky, aren't you, a little bit? That's okay. He's got a shaver. You can't really look at yourself in the mirror, but that's okay. Oh, we got a shower. I kind of like how this looks, by the way. It actually does have a really nice chunky look to it. So it is orcs in space. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. By the way, those donuts look really fucking good. Like, I do like the little smiley face donuts. Like, I haven't seen glazed donuts like that. You know what? That looks like that would be something you'd eat and you'd actually enjoy. So, uh-oh. See, look at that. That actually looks like good donuts right there. I kind of, uh-oh, they're coming for me. They're coming for me. They found out I'm talking about, they found out I was talking about Disney again. They found out, YouTube found out I talked about Disney. Okay, I'm good.
We're transporting the prisoner from New Orleans. What's our destination?
Still better than Final Fantasy VII. Okay. I shouldn't even make those jokes. LCX is going to blow a gasket. I get in more trouble. trapped in a little thing.
If you do it, you'll be rewarded.
This is an interesting game, and I have played the original, but this one's apparently more playable.
The silent type. Remove the hood.
I kind of like that.
I'll make you a deal. You cooperate, and I'll give you the implant you tried to steal.
No. I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just kind of eh.
What surgeon would you prefer? Private elite or some black market hack job?
I'm just making a joke now.
Fantastic. This is Shodan, the station's AI. She controls just about every system on Citadel Station. I need you to
This will be very interesting because, unfortunately, as I will probably morph again a couple times, as I'm waiting for people to show up. I may morph again to something else, but when I put out the list of what we were going to play today, we had a couple things going on right now, so as all that, so I might morph again as we go. But yeah, no, I was hoping to get a lot of stuff done. And this game's going to be interesting because this is a game you have to hear stuff. If you don't hear what's going on, you're going to quickly die. Like, they did make this game more of a combat game, and that's going to be interesting because you got it's kind of a toss-up between a little bit of everything. It still has a lot of the story beats of the original System Shock, which is still a great fucking game, but it is brutal as fuck. I wish you could have made the game a little more chunky, but yeah, no, they really did kind of add some flavor to this, and it does have a lot of stuff that you can do in this mode that's actually a lot more fun. The YZ access is acting up again. Hold on. I'm trying to get the controller to work. The controller's not being my friend today. I had this problem last night too when I tested this one. This one has a weird controller issue. Okay, there's your health pack. I'm not going to use it right now because there should be a health pack really close by. Why am I grabbing the garbage? You're probably wondering. Because this game has an interesting recycling system. If you want ammo, equipment, gear, and shit, you're going to want to break into a lot of stuff and hack a lot of stuff in this game. So your goal is to fuck with security as best you can. But yeah, no, they also made cyber way more easier. So my game plan with most of this is going to be me stealing everything on the walls like a kleptomaniac. I am going complete klepto, boys and girls. You are going to watch this guy go complete kleptomaniac today, because my goal is to get as much garbage as humanly possible, because I want garbage so I can get coins, so I can buy stuff at the vending machines. Hey DJ. Oh, hey man, you got. I'll see you when I see you. So you're gonna hear me talk about this game some more while we're waiting for DJ, because we are gonna be talking about classic original trilogy Star Wars. That is the first segment of our starting thought process of the Star Wars franchise. So this will be a fun one. There we go. We got ourselves a whacking stick. You guys see I got a whacker. We can whack stuff. I'm gonna whack philosophically on monsters' heads. Okay, we got ourselves an energy core belt. This will allow me to press for navigational mapping.
We got someone. Employee 2-4601. I'm Rebecca Lansing, a counter-terrorism consultant for Tri-Optima. Here's the situation.
There we go. We got our mapping table.
Biological outbreak is in progress. We're in a comms black
Alrighty. There's a robot there. There's a robot there. Bashy, bashy robot up the side of the head.
I'll contact you through military mail implants soon.
Hello, robot. You be bashy. Bashy good. Loot, loot, loot. I be looting the world. There we go. I'm healed. So you do get cyber abilities and techniques later. Like some stuff gets kind of fun, but right now I'm very, 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 very basic. Once I get my phase gun, that's the first big thing that you're gonna wanna screw around with is the phase gun. And the phase gun is actually quite useful. But I'm going to be recycling everything. You're going to see the most green orc you've ever seen, because I will be recycling the world. Oh shit. You didn't see me. You didn't see me, robot. You didn't see me. Oh shit, he saw me. No, no, no. Get away from me. The almighty pipe compels you. The almighty pipe compels you. Okay, we're good. Whew. The almighty pipe compelled him. Door malfunction. Oh no. What do I do? Okay, let's take that. What is this? Ooh, we got a new vision. And let's charge up. Boom. Okay, hopefully this game doesn't glitch again when I crouch. That was weird. Oh, okay. I'm through. Alright, he has nothing. What does this do? Okay. Oh, there's a data disk. And boom, new code information. Hold to read. I'm gonna let this cycle so you guys can read it. Make sure you guys got the code. 451. I recycle. Come on, give me that. Give me that. There we go. I wish they had, do they have options to toggle for crouch controls? Yes, they do. Whew. Toggle sprint. Yes, I want to toggle sprint. Oh, thank God, I can just finally have a proper sprint now. Oh, Lord. Is Logan running right now? Tell Logan I said hi. I'm not sure if Logan's on right now. Logan's on. Say hi to Logan. Did you start already? I thought he wasn't today. I don't see him on. I guess he's not on. Okay, never mind. Yeah, he's not on. Yeah, I thought he wasn't on today. Or he was going to be on later on around 9-ish. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't always stream. By the way, that code, 451, is... Oh, shit! What the hell? No, you don't. Get away from me. Get away. Bam! Right across the head. Woo! Dang. I'm close to all the healing items, so this isn't so bad. Boom. Get away from me, AI. Gotta drop that security cost. Don't want that security up. There we go. We got ourselves a berserk. Berserk lets your swings get harder, just so you know. Yep. Shodan. Shodan, they use some of the auto quips for old school Shodan, so this will be kind of fun.
Welcome back to Citadel Station. We hope your
Gotcha.
somnolent healing stage went
I do
well.
not want AI seeing me.
It's the 6th day of November.
You are bad, AI. We don't like you.
You are currently in the healing
I don't
suites
like you. Like, look at all the viscera. You're not even cleaning up after the viscera and destruction you created. Bad AI. Bad virtual intelligence.
And the storage cells are on
You get a spanking.
the flight deck is on level 5.
Oh, yeah. So here's the body horror. Hi. Yeah, droid, you're going down.
And level 7 is systems engineering. Level 8 houses the Department of Security. The bridge is located on level 9. Systems on level 8.
There.
All levels can be accessed.
Okay, let's look at the battle droid. Droid has nothing.
Alpha Quadrant.
What about you? I guess you had nothing either.
Stay on Citadel Station.
See, they were modifying the humans here, right? They're slowly turning them into what you'll run into later. You're going to see some really, really, well, disturbing-ish stuff in this game. I think the only day we cross-contaminate is Monday now, if I remember correctly. There we go.
Whoever finds this, take out the cameras and the CPU nodes, and you'll gain more control over the level you're on. Shodan won't see everything. Do better than us.
This does look pretty, though.
I told you.
Well, if he's not on, he's not on. By the way, we do have a retro community. We are a part of it. That has always been, it's been good to me. LCX, Arus218, DJ Ronnie, who will be showing up shortly. We have ourselves Mitch Maddox, a reviewer just like me. Although I've been doing more live streams than reviews lately, I'm going to get back to the reviews as stuff calms down. Today was a little wild and crazy day, so I was kind of busy. I had fun today with worrying about, worrying about power outages and my water not being here, and not sure if my water's going to be on for a while, and finding out that, oh no, you're fine, your water's good. Oh, I was so bad about that. Ooh, was I salty about that? I was like, you bastards! You guys, I thought the water was going out for a while, you pricks. But apparently I'm good. The water's fine. So yeah, no, I had a couple moments where the water got, where I was really not certain if I was going to have proper water. Okay. La 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 la. Okay. Oh shit. No. 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 Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Shit. Okay. I want to go this way, maybe? That way, maybe? No. Oh. Now, how do I fix this? I have to get to that node. Or can I get to other nodes here? Would that fix the situation? Shit. Huh. Okay, I know this has to be like this. It's just a matter of getting this to this. Okay, so I have only 2 ways to do it. We'll try maybe this way. Nope. Okay. So nope. Hmm. Okay. Okay, so that has 1 access. That has 1 access. Nope. Easy puzzles my butt. Okay. Okay. Well, we got 1, but that don't do shit. Okay. I can't rotate the big that. I can rotate this, but it doesn't it goes so basically I'm guaranteed at least here. So I have 3 options at that point. So I'm basically right here seems to be where the situation changes. Now I'm going to be having fun with this one because this is where we get the issues of puzzles and see, at first I thought, okay, this would be a straight shot right here. And it looks like it's not. And then that doesn't go where I want it to go, and I don't think I can rotate this because it doesn't want to go down, eh? Okay. Nope. Wait, can I? No, I can't. I wish I could. I wish these would hold charges and you could maybe shoot it off somewhere. So this is all good right up to here, and then I got to figure out what the next step is from there. Come on. If it was anywhere else, I could pretty much... Oh, found it. We are good. Open door. Waboo! Waboo is what my name is. Waboo. Got her. Come on, baby. Uh-oh. Flamer droid. Flamer droid. Shooting me with electricity. Flamer droid. He's dead. Oh, and he's got scrap, too. Good. Thank you. Flamer droid. I bypassed a lot of stuff, and there's my recycling point. Do. Do. Leighton. Well, let's recycle. Well, we're not going to recycle my... Oh. Okay. Not much chips, but it's always good to have. I'll get more equipment and gear as the game progresses, but right now this is good to have starting.
Greetings and good tidings, War Chief.
Hello, hello. Hello, Captain Rumpanda. Welcome to the morning. Good morning, good morning.
I see you're a bit lonely at this moment, but fret not. Captain Rumpanda is here.
Oh, I'm not lonely. I'm just having fun setting up stuff, playing a brand new game for the live stream, something that was on sale, and I was like, I have to buy this for the live stream, so I bought the live stream.
Bob hasn't joined yet.
Bob is dead to the world, to my knowledge, because he decided to do 3 live streams last night.
Ooh, no wonder Bob didn't show up to my stream last night. Oof.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That guy really needs to take a rest. Okay. Legit. Okay. He really needs to take a chill pill here. Okay.
Yep.
3 live streams in a row. That's a bit too much, bro.
Yep.
So yeah, what are we talking about today? Now, of course, I can't stay for long because today, today is not a school day because I took 2 days off. But today I really need to help someone. So after this, maybe about like half an hour. Okay, I need to have a long trip, a long drive to hello. Who's this?
On the right microphone.
Hello. We got another person.
We got the famous DJ Ronan. Wait.
Ronnie.
That's right. I am a
Ronnie.
warrior.
Sorry.
I'm actually I'm actually, you know, I'm a Shaolin. I'm actually from Shaolin. You know what Shaolin is? Wu-Tang Clan's stomping grounds.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, I mean, DJ Ronan just rolls off the tongue real nice, though. Okay, you really should consider filing it. Okay, for future use, for future character use. Okay.
Maybe like an alternate channel.
Maybe. So we are playing System Shock, the brand new remaster that Night Dive did.
Oh,
Sounds pretty shocking.
So,
yeah.
What topic we talking about today, eh?
So we are talking about the fun that was the original Star Wars trilogy. We are cutting all the cheese out, and we're just going to talk about this, and we're going to progress through Star Wars. We're going to go all the way up to when it failed. And I can't say too much because I know Disney's going to come after me again like it did before. But we will have a little fun before we hit the horribleness.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
positive.
I don't have enough firepower. I am literally, I just bypassed everything, and that's a really bad idea when I know there's going to be a fuck ton of combat coming because there's going to be a lot of pissed off droids. But anyway, you were saying?
Oh, I was just saying, got to stay positive, and we'll talk about the good times.
Yeah, the times before the dark times, the times of evil. When the mouse ruled the earth.
Yeah, I know, but first things first, okay? People also said that, the prequel trilogy is also bad. I don't really think so because, again, I didn't grow up with the OG, with the original, with Luke. I grew up with Anakin, okay? So, yeah, okay? I'm just going to get that out of the window first, okay? I think the prequel trilogy is pretty awesome, all right? We get to actually see the Jedi at their prime, okay?
Okay. No, in fairness, I was thinking about the newest ones, but I'll tell you what, when the newest ones came out, it made the prequels a lot more palatable. So I used to crap on, or at least complain about and rant about the prequels, but I loved seeing the Clone Wars in action. You always hear, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You fought in the Clone Wars. I'm like, I want to see this Clone Wars. We finally saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a lot of people regretted that. But we won't talk about that. Today we are talking about the original trilogy.
All right, the original one, the Luke one, right?
Yeah. The one that George Lucas had other people involved. Because I have learned one thing about George Lucas. Okay, a lot of people don't seem to realize that George Lucas had a lot of hands in the in the punch bowl, so to speak. George really did have a lot of help. And when George was given full and utter creative control, that's sort of when shit kind of went off the radar. Okay, I gotta save because things are gonna get nasty.
Yeah.
Always be saving, baby. Always be saving.
Yes, safe scumming is not scum. Safe scumming is strategy.
Mhm. Anytime I hear someone whine and complain about save scumming, I think to myself, man, you've never played an old video game. See, where we come, if you're an old school gamer, you come from the era where you gotta be the best, and you gotta do what I just did. You don't fuck around. You just run into a guy like a psychopath with your pipe held high, and hope your controller doesn't glitch out, which it just did now. I don't know why my controller does not like certain video games. Certain video games, all of a sudden the other pad will just stop working. I don't know why that happens. And then I turn it off, turn it back on, works fine.
Games are retro arch.
Games of retro. I mean, I'll be honest. Okay, I think I also kind of do this, but you know the Total War games. Yeah, there was one time when I was so fed up with one of the AI factions in Total War because he was just so powerful, so fast that I immediately go, you know what? I'm gonna use this. I just keep safe scumming and just keep fighting it until I found a legit strategy to take out that faction. And they'll be like, so that's how it works.
Yeah. And right now, so watching isn't been too bad. I'm purposely destroying Shodan's cameras whenever I see him. But yeah, we were talking about the classic Star Wars. So what was your original work with the original Star Wars? You guys, we'll let Rum say his because he said he's going to leave soon.
Yeah. Well, my first experience with the original Star Wars is actually after the prequel trilogy saga, okay? Because after like I've done seeing that, and then I've done seeing the quote unquote the Clone Wars saga, okay? And then a couple of years later, okay, I saw another Star Wars video, another Star Wars movie, okay? I was like, what? 14, 13, maybe 15 about that time. Okay. And I have a little bit of extra, canteen cash right there. Okay. So you were like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna buy some of that. And it was like, wait, why is the graphics so old fashioned? Why is the graphics so old fashioned? Okay. Where I thought that was quote unquote Anakin Skywalker. Okay. Older one. Okay. So later on I found out, this is the original trilogy. Okay, and the story is good and all and everything. Okay, I mean, I bought the OG CD. Okay, the one where technically speaking, okay, Guizo shoot first. Yeah, I bought that. I bought that trilogy. Okay, not the OG trilogy. Okay, so I'm saying like technically Guizo shoot first. Okay.
Yep.
I bought that trilogy, okay? The old trilogy.
The way it should be, actually.
I know that he remake it right now. Hanzo shoot first, right? Or Guizo didn't even shoot or something like that, okay? Yeah, but I bought the old trilogy, okay? Guizo technically shoot first. So yeah,
No, Greek.
okay.
Yeah. They changed that up because he didn't like that it made Han Solo look a little more nasty. It's like that's kind of the point of that scene. like he I don't think. See that's why I said we're gonna get to why George Lucas kind of has his issue. But back to what so that okay you went from there. Okay, what about you, DJ? What was your first energy with the very first Star Wars?
For years it was just an alternative to Star Trek that I assumed wouldn't be as good. But my first true exposure to Star Wars was a Darth Vader doll that was about 12 inches tall. So I had the giant Darth Vader. I didn't realize how cool this thing was. I don't know where it is anymore. I'm gonna guess we threw it out years ago, but wish I kept that thing. That thing was cool.
You throw it out? Really?
I don't know if I
Dude, that thing must be worth its weight in gold by now, bruh.
Oh well, now a lot of the 70s or 80s Star Wars toys are hit or miss. Because like you go look them up, you can still get them for like $5 sometimes. But yeah, anything in box, absolutely worth its weight in gold, right? Han Solo and Carbonite, however, still the same dollar amount as it was in 1997. But if you think about inflation, it's actually worth less than it was before. But for a cool 15 grand, you can get Han Solo and Carbonite. It's true. And then if you unfreeze him, you get Harrison Ford in his 30s. But in all seriousness, I finally did watch it on a Thanksgiving holiday at my mom's cousin's house, and the rest is history after that.
Okay, I have a lot of resentment and love and hate to Star Wars. It's the original trilogy. Now, for me, I watched it when I was a kid, and it was really cool, and I never see anything like it. Now, I wasn't there for the original. I was there. That was a little after the fact for me, and I was so like, "Wow! I have never seen anything like this before," and I was kind of impressed. And it did bring me a little bit of, "Oh my goodness, what is this? What?" And I was there for the big moments of that, and I did watch it.
You actually saw it in theater?
No, well, yes, I did actually.
Ooh. So you the OG, more OG than I am because I bought it on a DVD. You saw it in theater. Dang, you're the real OG.
I saw it in theater. Okay, so for what people don't know, Star Wars at one time was so fucking popular, and we're talking popular, boys and girls, that they used to every couple up until I saw it when I was 5 years old in the theaters originally, if I remember correctly. It's either 5 or 10 was the very first Star Wars. I got to watch it in theaters because Star Wars at a time, the original trilogy was so freaking popular, so old, like people loved the franchise so much that it was legitimately you could watch it in multiple ways. Like there were multiple times that this would be on TV, and it would be in the theaters. You could see it way more than people think. Like it was one of those amazing things where they really did. People just didn't see that back then, and now it's kind of surprising if you think about it because it was actually that popular. Like there was obsessiveness. Like you could watch. I don't see this anymore. It's kind of dead now. But there was a time when you could legit watch Star Wars at theaters every like couple months or every year. Like every year would be something new.
Yeah, you just put that Star Wars logo on it and it's instant success.
Oh yep. Oh yeah. Well, not all of it was success, but there was a lot of success.
Yeah,
you are right.
Okay, fine. Okay, if you put that Star Wars, it will be like maybe 70% success.
Yep. There was that energy that was there for Star Wars, except for certain oddities we'll be talking about later.
Yeah, I always like the yes. Oh, it's time now. Really? Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. I'll be there. Okay. Anyway, guys, I have to go now. I'm very sorry. Okay, that I can't stay long, but yeah, this time I have to go.
Yeah, get it. All right. But that was the thing. Yeah. See ya. Thank you very much.
Albeit brief. I was on mute.
Yeah, that was Rum Panda.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, Captain
I
Rum
didn't even
Panda.
know I was talking to a dumbass.
Yeah, so that is the thing with Star Wars. It was like that OG was like you could watch that. I think it was every Christmas and every Thanksgiving they had a Star Wars.
Yep.
It's so sad that that's gone now. I don't see that anymore.
Oh, it's like you can stream it on your, everyone gets Disney Plus or the Disney Channel, I guess, right? But years ago, people watched network TV.
No, no one gets Disney Plus, as I have repeatedly said. Although, like I said, I keep picking a fight with fucking Disney. I keep picking a fight with that fucking Disney. I shouldn't, but I will always be salty that they pretty much nuked one of my channels.
I can respect that.
Well, there was a time when YouTube, YouTube used to have interesting little things that would happen, and one of their little things was the fun that is. Got myself a little robot. Disney used to have interesting tricks, and they don't do it as much now, but there was a time. Oh boy. You talk crap about something, instant hit.
It's a hit. Oh wait, it's a trap.
It's a trap. It was definitely a trap. And oh yeah, I realized it was Disney when I got the constant copyright claim. Like I was being claimed on videos that I hadn't even put out yet, and were privated, and they were getting copyright claimed.
That is, that's the weirdest thing when I've seen. It doesn't even it's a double. Being private shouldn't at all be impacted by that, but yet it happens sometimes, and it's so inconsistent, and it makes me worry about the crap I have private.
Oh yeah. I had at one time. I had when I used to do reviews like you would. I used to run them out just nonstop, and I had I made fun of. I finally watched Captain Marvel. I hated it. Oh, did I hate it? And so I brought it. I made my Mickey Mouse joke.
Oh boy.
Oh, Mickey Mouse giving children to the Dark God Radial, and I made a bunch of references to him selling the youth this bullshit, and oh yeah, I got. And it's out of nowhere. All my videos just boom, 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 boom. So I had 1,000 subs. I was actually up there and then dead. So I had to reboot the whole channel. So this is round 2. I don't want to talk about it too much because.
I get it. No need to expose it on that, especially if it increases risk factors or something. But it's I get it. You work hard, or even if you don't work hard, it's the fact that you earned those subs, and it's they suddenly get a right to just kill it because they want to get butt hurt.
Yeah, because I went up to 1,000, then I went down to 298 out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden everything started getting hit, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on with my channel? And I just kept fighting everything, and it's all of a sudden I started failing the strikes and the claims, and everything just died. And I'm like, okay, well that was fun. Thanks. But I've noticed that YouTube has been a little bit better now. It's not as aggressive. But
maybe, I mean, I've seen some weird things where there's no checks and balances. I've seen channels where they do press and they use something that's fair use, and then they get BS for it after the fact, and it's great, now their video has to wait 10 days before it gets put back out. The review process. It's thank you for killing my momentum over something that damn well is being abused as a process.
Yeah, we've had If you've run YouTube, I've even talked to people about this. If anybody who's been part of YouTube knows what it can happen. It's not it's not an everyday thing, and YouTube is not as there's still the better option than most other things online, to be perfectly honest. But they had a BitChute channel way back in the day.
Oh, okay. So I got one. It's called Industrial Television. How do I phrase this? Don't go to it unless you have a stomach for public access shows that are played after midnight.
Yep. Yeah, I had a couple channels like that, and like I said, my basic stuff was just me and my phone at one point, just me phoning an image and me talking about what I just watched. I put a little more effort in now, but that was the original channel.
Well, you literally phoned in your reviews.
Yeah, there was a time.
People were like, oh, he's really phoning
Short,
it in.
short. They were 10-minute videos. That was their thing. I still do. I don't do short videos, but yeah, I like to at least. I try to get at least 10 to 15 minutes on a video if I'm going to do a video. By the way, this cyberspace is actually way better than the original.
Yeah, I just opened up my browser to make sure, I'm watching your channel and not just talking on it because, gotta get those watch hours. But also, I can't see these graphics on my end. It's like, holy cow, what the fudge is this? The Matrix / wait, hold on. Let me guess. You said what it was before.
System. This is the remaster that Night Dive did, which is a really good remaster.
And you can walk on the walls and stuff. Like this is like walking on a Rubik's Cube or some shit.
You know what it plays like? There's a game called Descent. Have you ever heard of Descent?
Oh hell yeah! You're flying?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
flying.
I know Descent and I know Forsaken and Forsaken 64, which I started playing Forsaken on the PC more recently, but I've had Forsaken 64 for a decade.
I've been hearing about Forsaken. Yeah, I haven't watched Forsaken yet, but yeah, I'm trying to unlock all the doors in the area. That's my goal, and I'm acquiring hacking materials. Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah. So yeah, so you used to be able to do a lot with Star Wars back in the day. Star Wars was really.
Well, like they had the card game. My brother was big on the card game. And he'd go to the mall and like play with other people, sort of like people did with Magic the Gathering.
Yep, there was a Star Wars. There have been 5 Star Wars card games to my knowledge. There might even be 6, but we won't go too deep into that. But yeah, there's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But there was. Oh, I got myself a plasma rifle.
Ooh.
We're good. We are loaded, baby. But I'm not going to do much with it right now because my game plan is.
Mm-hmm. That's not a plasma fire. That's a plumbing tool. That's a pipe. That's an iron pipe. That's a cast iron pipe.
Oh, I got a cast iron pipe, but no, you're gonna see me load up soon. You'll see the gun pop up.
But like as far as original trilogy goes, A New Hope, it stands on its own. It was literally called A New Hope when it debuted. It was not called Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. It was just A New Hope. It wasn't, and eventually it was revised, but that's one of the things I think they included in the despecialized edition, which took painstaking effort where people who love Star Wars realized that, look, the original A New Hope, that's what won the Academy Awards for visual effects, for acting, whatever the heck they wanted. It earned it on its own, or it earned it through the work of Marshall Lucas and her editing skill, and so on and so forth. But when you revise that, suddenly you lose the historical reference.
Yeah, it really does, and that's the problem with A New Hope. Like a lot of people don't seem to understand that The New Hope had there was this huge side thing going on with Star Wars, and now I got a better gun. I'm not too worried about running into stuff, but A New Hope had some interesting stuff in it, and I really did like what they did with that. But no, there used to be Star Wars all the time at the local theater. It was actually kind of crazy how the theaters would do that, and so I'm very surprised that the theater like you just don't see this anymore like we used to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of sad if you think about it, because we used to have all this cool stuff that used to be, hey, here's this, hey, you want to watch Empire? We got to watch. So I got to see Empire and Star Wars, A New Hope in theaters during Thanksgiving. When I was young.
That's a great timing, because I think I might have seen maybe the special editions, but not Empire and A New Hope.
Oh, I got to see the original New Hope and original what's it called back in the day.
Ooh, Maron, that's cool.
Yeah, and it wasn't like I got to do it all. Like I didn't get to see everything, but that was still to see that originally. Really, like even my friend said, I wish they still did that at the theaters. They don't do it now, which is really sad because. I'm like, damn it, that would be really nice to have all that, stuff. Hi, Shodan. Bye, Shodan. Turn you off. I gotta watch it. If I drop that too low, Shodan's gonna get pissed off at me, and then Shodan's gonna start sending like the really annoying droids after me. Okay. Beady, 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 the beat stick. Ha ha ha! You die. Okay, is there another one behind me? No. Okay, good. See, you got a Shodan's watching us, and she doesn't like that I'm screwing with her stuff, and she's gonna get really pissy soon. So I gotta be very, very careful.
Ooh.
It's when AI goes rough, eh? We all
Like-
remember AI. You know,
Did AI
The
like
fear of
spawn
AI.
like biological organisms out of a test tube or something here? What the hell is that? It looks like a chicken.
no, these are modified people. That's actually what this is. Again, I knew if I played this, we might start just talking about this. But here, I'll actually show you what's going on here. It's not there. Did I kill that? Yeah, I killed that. Okay, we're good.
Shaken, not stirred.
I'll show you what Shodan's been doing. So, this is what Shodan's been doing to the crew of this space station.
Oh.
You'll be coming up soon.
Ah, sick bay.
Yeah.
I'm sure nobody's sick in there.
Yeah, you find out stuff. Yeah, I killed that because I was watching because I was watching that carefully a little bit. Yeah, no, I walked in there and stabbed that thing. See, so that's
oh my
what
God,
showed
she's
up.
alive. She's alive too, apparently. And what is that? Implants that they hook up to using neural implants or some crap?
Yeah, they're implanting.
Mhm.
They implant. They're implanting them right now. So basically, all those people you're seeing, they're all like mutated and stuff. That is Shodan, doing Shodan stuff.
Ah.
I don't know if I can break this. Can I? Nope. Oh shit! Here we go. You do not want to see what the round 2 humans look like. Well, you'll see them shortly. Shit, 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 shit. Okay. Run, 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 run. Get down, you bitch. Oh, that hurt. That was brutal.
Oh my God. It's Locutus. Or I am Locutus. That's like a
Old school Borg, man. Yeah, I know, eh?
and that's an OD like freaking telephoto lens on its head.
Yeah. Yeah, that hurt. I don't want to waste ammo. Ammo in this game is precious. It is a survival horror.
Apparently they don't adapt to metal pipe like the Borg adapt to phasers, so you're good.
Yeah. Oh no. There are version 2 and 3s that the pipe is absolutely useless. Yeah, I have been playing this game for a little bit. I know it's really good. It's and trust me, there's the big drone walkers in later stages we haven't run into. I'm still on the first floor. I haven't broken down everything yet and bypassed
so
stuff.
it's more serious.
Yeah.
I guess as long as you clear enemies around the bio bed, you can use it. But is there a situation where there's enemies around the bio bed and they like open it and take you out or something?
I don't think so. I don't think they went that far. Remember, it is a video game. They didn't want to kind of push it, But yeah, no, there is a lot of problems though. Okay, I wish I had the gun though. I'm like really, really wishing I had a firearm right now. But I am going to have I am getting my hands on a firearm shortly. I believe there's a couple guns coming up. But I gotta keep attacking Shodan's nodes. Because Shodan is watching us right now. You see there's little cameras right here, and Shodan doesn't like me. Oh, there's Shodan. Okay, you know what? Frick off. There. And there's... Someone just shoot me.
I need to get water real quick. I'll be back real quick.
Go ahead.
Thanks.
All right. If I note that you keep coming after me, I'm not going to be happy about that, and I'm going to attack you back. I ain't playing around, Shodan. I'm not playing around. Okay, power up. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Shodan is locked down the elevators. Mira says if we can lower the security on the level, we'll be able to gain access to restricted areas and get the lifts moving again. She says smashing cameras and taking the medical CPU nodes offline will help, but I don't see the point. This thing is everywhere.
So yeah, I got to see, and I ended up seeing Return of the Jedi. I'm gonna get back to what I was saying here. We're back. I ended up seeing Return of the Jedi during the. I didn't get to see that one at the theater. It's one of the sadder things that they never really did do a Return of the Jedi. I don't know why they didn't. It's one of the Empire and A New Hope. You got to watch it at the movie theaters, but Return of the Jedi you did not get to watch at the movie theaters. I'm not sure why that was. Which I still think Return of the Jedi was actually a better series in some ways. And I'm kind of debative. Everyone says that Empire was their favorite. I'm always been a Return of the Jedi. Like, seeing Luke's progression has always been a fun bit of business for me, and I've always liked that. Yeah. Ooh, pulse gun.
Okay.
So now we're getting into the good stuff. We finally got the pulse gun.
Ooh, that's got a little segmented display on it, I see.
Yeah. I'm also using enhanced vision right now to see stuff. But yeah, I got the pulse gun. See, this gun is good because you can set it to do way more damage, or you can supercharge it to do a lot of damage.
Huh.
Yeah. So it's like but it absorbs it sucks out the energy from your core. So you're using your own biometrics to supercharge the weapon.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's a little like your heartbeat, your movement. Does it actually drain your life force though?
It does.
Health.
It does drain your net power. Your cyber energy. Yeah.
Net power.
Yeah, but that's the thing about this. That's what I like about this game. It has a lot. Like this is OG. This is where BioShock came from. If you wanna know where they got the idea of BioShock, right here is where they got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, System Shock is the OG for that. And you know what? Let's see if there's anything in the notebook. Old. Oh, okay, just sketchbook. All right, we'll just put that. I'll just vaporize that. Vaporize. Let's have some chips. I eat chips and stuff. But no. So yeah. So me, it was Empire. I got this. For some reason, like I was saying before, I don't know why they never had Return of the Jedi on the theaters. I
Yeah,
never
well,
did
hold
see
on.
it.
They did that. Well, they did do special edition in theaters. I did. They definitely did because I went and saw it. Like, I mean, did I see it? I must have seen it because I saw it like all three basically. You know, in the theater for special edition. Special edition was when they re-released. You already know the special edition. I don't need to explain that to you, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That is the funny thing about the Star Wars. Like the OG trilogy, we haven't even gone to the special edition. We're still talking about the original stuff.
Oh
Do
yeah.
you know that
Well,
relaunched?
you want to talk
They
about the re-release?
relaunched Star Wars.
Re-release. They never re-released Return of the Jedi in its original form. I guess I didn't realize that's what you meant.
Yeah. I know. I never saw it. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. I actually do not know.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. I actually have no idea if they actually did or did not. But it was weird and wild that Return of the Jedi just didn't get that. But Star Wars itself got so much love back in the day. There we go. We're charged. And, it was really fascinating to me as a kid. I used to love Star Wars, man. Oh man, that was one of the more crazier things back in the day. Okay, we're supercharging. See, look how much damage the supercharged shots do compared to the regular. But yeah, no, it was pretty wild that they legit. There was some really interesting stuff with Star Wars for that back in the day. And then it used to be on TV all the time, man. Empire was on during Christmas. I saw it on Christmas a lot. I don't know. Did you ever see, did they have the holiday stuff with you? Did Star Wars become a holiday thing for you? Was it a holiday tradition?
Basically, if I go to, like I said, every year we go to a family member's house for Thanksgiving. And that was on. It was just on either Easter or Thanksgiving. I always mix them up, but
Yeah.
we did both holidays, and then I think I'm trying to remember if I seen it around Christmas, but definitely Thanksgiving, and it was a good time. Like I said,
Yeah.
I remember watching the scene with at the poker table, and the blackjack table, but with the digital map in the middle of it, I guess. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun. That was fun times.
Yeah,
Especially when the old people are drinking coffee for 4 hours after dinner, so it's at that point, it's something for us kids to do. The worst
Yeah.
part was when they told you the dinner's ready and then you had to interrupt the movie for dinner, but that's family.
Yeah, that is family. That's back in the day. But that was actually the OG trilogy, man. That was just bam. I used to always see that on there. And it was one of those beloved things that I remember so many people. Like my friend, we were talking about that. I know so many people that used to watch Star Wars during Christmas or during Thanksgiving and stuff. This was something that people did. I don't see that anymore, which is really sad in my opinion. We've sort of lost our Star Wars.
Or some people would literally pop it into the tape player and not even count on a TV station to put it on.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
It was on all the time. Here, hold
Well, I
on
think this
here.
year, me and my friends will probably squeeze in the holiday special. We don't care if it's bad. It's just something. Although I do find the Chewbacca story to be quite compelling.
I know a lot of holiday. Okay. Oh. There we go. Fully charged. The door opened. I unlocked everything. Aha.
Wow, that's a very bulky printed circuit board for the future. Maybe it's Duotronic, like on Star Trek. Got it.
Well, think of this like the this is what the 80s 90s future was.
You're right. Now that when you put it that way, yeah.
Yeah, that chunkiness, even the button presses, we anybody who's a old Star Trek fan knows that that chunkiness that once existed.
Yup. Even Next Generation looked futuristic with the touch screens, and even that's downright dated by comparison. If in the year 2300, I'm sure it won't be touch panels. Although, who knows? Maybe there will be a renaissance of mechanical buttons just because of the reliability and easy maintenance or something.
I don't know. Maybe, man, that would be something.
Or maybe it'll be easy to 3D print new display panels and they'll have machines that just spit out replacement screens whenever they crack. Or maybe they'll be indestructible screens and it'll be touch screens all the way. Yeah.
But speaking
Star Wars,
about,
yeah.
yeah,
And that's got a lot of chunky buttons.
Yeah, Star Wars was the chunkiest back in the day. I remember that. They had a lot of chunkiness. Like everything had a weird, like had a switch or a side switch, and they kept that going. Actually, that is the one thing I'll give giving the other classic series some love. They really did have a chunkiness to it.
Well, that's the beauty of it. Like, not beauty, but like, one of the interesting things about Star Wars is like it's very much a very lived-in universe, a universe that like is mature, and they apparently, if you go back 300 years, you stumble into a lot of things that resemble the technology they're using.
Yeah. And they sort of did that. I keep thinking that alien's still, that Bionoid is still alive. It's like, no, he's dead. He's been dead for a while. Stop worrying about it. Is it this way for the... No. Okay. Okay, I'm not going that way. Is it over here, maybe? Is it over here, maybe? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Here we go. We're gonna unlock some credits here. Hold on. What the hell? Why ain't this working? Oh, there we go. I hope so. Nope.
I see. Duke
All right, hold on. I got chips here. I'm just gonna move them into one of the. Can I do that?
I always love that term, shit. CHITS. It's like I could never pronounce that word without saying like the shits.
Yeah, chips. Yeah.
Oh, chips. I thought you said shits. Like CHITS. You said chips. Okay, got it.
I'm trying to open the. Oh, there we go. All right. I'm trying to get these out. That's my game plan right now. There we go. Okay, we got. So what did I grab? I got myself some magnetic pulse cartridges for my rifle, and that's it right now, I think. Okay.
That's got to be cheaper than printer ink cartridges.
Yeah. All right. So now we got our bullets. We got. So I'm gonna start using the actual weapons now that I have the points and guns to it. But I'm gonna save because I'm getting to the point where Shodan's gonna start sending drones after me. I'm just building that rage. Shodan's just gonna start getting pissed off.
Whenever I hear Shodan, I hear Rodan.
Yeah, good old Shodan. Yeah, I know. I kind of like that chunky style that Star Wars had. Like even the lightsabers kind of had a chunkiness to it. Like they don't really have that now, right?
I don't remember, but I've watched these new ones and they do all kinds of shit. They got these dark saber, and then they got the freaking Kylo Ren saber that's like a total death trap, and for the operator. And I mean, it's got this like weird hilt thing, but it's like you only have the protective things on 4 corners or whatever you call 4 sides of a cylinder, and it's like. I don't know. To each his own. Hopefully one day Kylo decapitates himself or something. I mean, I guess he's that good, but...
Oh, he's dead now. Like, they were... From what I heard, there was... the actor has finally come clean and talked about... Oh, shit. There we go.
Oh,
see, we're gonna... Yeah, the big boys. Whoo! That made me kind of go, oop.
I didn't know Adam Driver spoke out about his role.
You didn't hear about that. Oh yeah, he actually brought up the fact that his
Combination for the armory on
that he feels that they kind of ruin the role, that they kind of ruin the character.
They think that if we can take Showdown offline, we can retake the station.
He brought it up. He actually said that he thought they were making a darker character. He thought they were going to turn him more like he was going to be the reverse Luke Skywalker, and that he was going to slowly become more and more evil as the series goes. He actually assumed that he was going to be the big bad, that he was going to be the one in the end that takes the that takes the role of the bad guy, not this weird duad, thing going on.
Yeah, complicated, tragic character who is confused about his place, and then Ray talks him into being a good guy.
Yeah, Ray. Well, you know why? Like I keep saying it, that Kathleen Kennedy had created her little love bun would be the best way to put it. Like I have said it and I'll say it again. This was a completely Kathleen Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a Kathleen Kennedy thing. See, I don't know if you're seeing how I'm dealing with. Okay, come on, boys, come on.
There we go. I put the floating window up. When I started, I was making a backdrop for OBS, and I realized I don't use backdrops in your stream, but now I want one for my next show to have like a... First I was going to use the Akbar, it's a trap, but I think I'm just going to use the window on the Imperial Star Destroyer, Super Star Destroyer, as my backdrop.
Got one. Where's the other one? Got the other. Okay. Turn it down, charge up. Okay, we're good. I do like this. The warp body, the bodies are going to float now because I put I put them in a graph field. That's kind of disturbing if you think about it.
Ooh.
Point. Yeah, the bodies will actually stay there. Shit. Okay. All right. Oh, got myself a frag. Okay, char, save state. But no, that's kind of why, for me, it's just kind of funny that they did that to it. But I've been saying it for years. It is definitely that was Kathleen Kennedy's OC character that she created.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
almost certainly. Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. And the old saying, that some people like that, because that everything she did is legitimately that. But we will talk about Kathleen Kennedy later. But no, I will always remember the insanity that was how much Star Wars meant to so many people back in the day. They were still making lightsaber toys for kids back at, like, I would see a toy line show up for Star Wars. I would see a toy line for Star Wars every once in a while, just new toy. Every once in a while, new toy. Oh, look, there's... Even when I was like... Because I had almost all the original toys back in the day. And this is before the era of the internet stupidity that is now. Which... For me, if we talk about how many toys I had and they all got destroyed by yours truly, I did use a Ghostbuster toy to fuck up my dad's foot.
Ooh, almost as bad as Legos. I had a few Ghostbuster toys, and Star Wars. Yeah, in the '90s, I was old enough to buy micro machines for Star Trek, and at some point, I was buying Star Wars figures for either I think $4 or $7.
Yeah, you could get Star Wars figures for stupidly cheap, right? Like, yeah. I'm not the only one that remembers that you could get your hands on that shit for absolutely nothing.
They were nice size, and they were compatible with the toys if you owned a Millennium Falcon or something like that. Like, I actually have the Millennium Falcon. I do have it. I think it's huge. I found an AT-AT walker in the garbage once. I took it home, but I think I threw it out eventually. It was just too damn big to keep in my closet, and it wasn't like in the best condition anyway. Like the legs were, I think, but I should have kept that. The AT-AT walker was super cool, it was big like the Millennium Falcon, just one of these oversized toys, you know, oversized hunks of plastic. But anyway, the Falcon was a cool one. That's a great play set, and it's like you open up the lid or the cockpit, and there's places for the action figures that have a seat. Obviously, the cockpit isn't quite full scale, but there's definitely a place for your Chewbacca and Han.
Yeah, there's enough for at least 2 figures. I remember back because I had them all. I even had the one thing I know people have been like I get a lot of people angry at me about this, and I understand the rage. I get it. Shit, I'm dead. Fuck, got killed. I didn't see that droid. Droid snuck up on me because I couldn't hear it coming. Oh well. We get to watch the fun of me turning into a cybernoid. Watch it. You drag your head up and whoop. And there you are. You're a living corpse. The droid, they turn you into one of the super droids.
Make this choice and join me.
Uh-oh, stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But
good
anyway,
getting upgrades.
yeah, I did get an upgrade. I died.
Oh my god. That's nightmarish. Oh my god, they put your head inside the thing. That's a great way to assimilate. I like it. I like it. Like, the Borg should learn something from these guys. Like, this is practical.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Not some more frag grenades. No, they actually built the layout to the ship pretty good. It's not perfect, because some of these switches are really off, but, you know. Yeah, I got myself 3 frag grenades. Yeah, I screwed myself up a little bit. I'm going to have to go heal. But that's okay. I can actually... Shodan hasn't locked the door on me. Shodan will eventually, if I get too pissy, will turn off the healing pods and the energy pods when she starts getting really pissy at me. But she hasn't done it yet, so I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm just worried about her all of a sudden activating droids. She'll start sending droids through the. She'll start sending cyborgs around.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she'll start doing. That's when I know I'm in trouble. That's when I start seeing them pop up, and I'm like, shit. But yeah, no, there was so many fun toys. Like, so I had the area. You know how much some of those like things cost now? Like, I'm kicking myself. Back in the day when I was a kid, I didn't think those would be worth money. You know, I didn't think my He-Man toys or my Ghostbuster toys. Do you know how much I looked at the price of everything I owned? Do you know how much that stuff would be worth now if I kept it? Or if my grandma kept it? Because my grandma threw out a lot of my toys.
Ooh, I mean, some of it was worth a pretty penny, especially new in box. But I mean, there's certain things that, like, in the '90s, the quality got improved compared to the '70s, so that stuff did hold up. Some of it. But did you ever get a misprinted packaging by any chance? Like with the red lightsaber instead of the green. Like, you buy Luke Skywalker, but instead of a green lightsaber being behind him on the cardboard backing, it was a red one.
I had the red one. I had the red one, the green one, and I had the yellow one. I even had the rare yellow one that had the slide. You know, where the lightsabers slid out of their hands.
Oh.
I had all the ones with the capes. I had all the plastic capes. My dog ate them.
Dogs, that's funny.
My dog ate my Chewbacca. My dog ate the plastic. He loved plastic. He would sit there and lick. If we left plastic out, he would lick it and then start eating it. My dog was notorious for that. Great doggo, saved my life once. But yeah, loved my good old dog Bandit. My mutt, my half German Shepherd, half we don't know 100% what he was.
Dogs are my favorite people.
Yeah, my mutt. Hi Shodan, bye Shodan. Okay, now Shodan's gonna be mad at me. I've now fucked with her stuff enough. She's definitely gonna be sending droids after me. I gotta be careful. She's coming. Okay. And I gotta remember to always be saving. I keep forgetting to do that. Hello, Sim. Well, the ship are huge. You can't do everything at the same place. Actual military vehicles. LOL. I had a dog eat my homework once. Yeah. My dog ate everything, and I do mean everything. He got my dad used to put him on a leash, and he would eat. If he could, he would eat the leash. He'd eat the rope. He'd eat the rope. He'd eat the fencing, the big chew marks on the fencing. He was a kind of a weird dog. One of the few doggos I had that I'm like, why are you like this? He's the only dog I had that would eat all that stuff. Okay. Uh-oh. Did he throw a bomb? That's how I got hit. I'll be really mad if that's how I died. Did I get hit by the bomb again? Because that droid will throw a bomb. Or this droid get me. I think this droid got me. That's what happened there. That's the only problem I have with this. I can't 100% tell what's coming after me, the quietness of this. But no, I look at that stuff and I get really mad. But those toys were so popular when I was a kid. I remember seeing, even when Star Wars, because I was an 80s child, the Ninja Turtles became the next in thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was one of those kids. And I remember very clearly back in the day, even though the Ninja Turtles were super popular, I'd still see people pull out the Star Wars toys in the playgrounds back in the day.
Well, maybe I came a little bit later to the party. I'm thinking like mid to late 90s, but I don't know if Ninja Turtles are big in my area, but by then Star Wars toys certainly were, and one of my best friends had, but one of my best friends when he was 5, he did get the turtle blimp, and that was a super cool toy. I like that one because it had like this big inflatable blimp thing on it.
Yeah, I had that.
Yeah, that one was nice. I like that one a lot. It was good decoration too. He had it on his shelf all the time.
Yeah, I had the blimp. I had the sewers.
That's a pretty intricate one.
Yeah. I had the Technodrome back in the day. I had almost all of them.
That was one of my friends had that. Was a dope one. That was a cool one too.
Yeah. That was neat. But no, I loved the way that worked. I loved how Star Wars had that love, and it was actually very popular even to today. Because I think you're a '90s guy, and me, it was 80s/90s, then 2000s. That's kind of where I came from. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, different period, different exposure. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. That's kind of why I was hoping to get Bob here for today, but Bob fell asleep. And I'm going to pick on Bob tomorrow morning if he shows up to the morning streams of, I believe we're still, what are we doing at? Still doing Mystic Quest, I believe, tomorrow morning. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to the dentist at 12:45.
Oh, have fun. Oh, I had fun today. It was fun for me. A little side tangent here while we're still talking Star Wars. I had the unfortunate list.
Holy yeah, those. Oh man, like I see some cool masks.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever known anyone in person who owned one, but they're cool. Stormtrooper mask. Now, how was that? How did it fit? How did it feel? Did it have a speaker?
is calibrated
I don't think I had that one. I don't think I had the Ewok thing.
by the human cities of Earth.
That was the one. I think the one thing I didn't have was Star Wars.
My first step
I did have the Star Wars. I had the Cloud City lift though.
towards cleansing the
Ooh.
I didn't have the
What?
other.
Lift.
Yeah.
Wait, which one's that? Which one was the Cloud City?
I had the lift.
planet.
I didn't have the Death Star. That one's hard to get, from what I was told. I did have a lightsaber. I did have a couple of lightsabers.
flourish is almost
I never got a lightsaber, but I do have the Death Star that unfolds. I think it's for the mini figurines, so micro machines and miniature figurines. But it's the one where like you pull the lever and it expands, and then you can see like the hangar bay at the top, and it's got Tatooine on the bottom. So it's not really. It looks like the Death Star, but it's really a New Hope playset, and it's got the Law's moisture farm and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of Jawas.
See here. You can see where they're building the droid. They're droiding up people.
Squad's remains.
I figured this would be great for space geeks, so I was like, oh, when I saw this come on sale for $19, I was like, sold.
Of course they're dead.
I did have to drop the graphics a little bit, so if the graphics look a little chunky, I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure this game wouldn't brick my console, my computer.
Oh, they sure are fake.
But it's so low gigage. I figured this would be easy to run. But yeah, so like I was saying, with the Ewok stuff, I did have a bunch of the Ewoks. I think there were like 3 Ewoks you get your hands on at the time. And there was a lot of, like, I was so excited to get Ewok stuff. I remember back in the day, I was like, ooh, Ewok, like, you know, because I love the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi. I was one of those kids. I thought that was so cool. I thought that was so cool that these little creatures would show up and, you know, like, in my mind, what made me laugh, what made me think is just like how this empire, this super powerful group of guys, got themselves owned by Ewoks.
Well, I guess the Ewoks got sick of it, and you know, the Empire got away with instilling fear in people, in tax-paying citizens or citizens who were just trying to, you know, earn money. But the Ewoks, they didn't care about economics. They didn't care about any of that stuff. So they really had nothing to lose except for their forest, and that was everything to them.
Go away, Shodan. You're annoying me. Shodan saw me in here. She's like, perhaps I'll turn people into insects and blah 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 blah. It's like, I'm trying to recycle stuff. Leave me alone, Shodan. I'll deal with you in a sec. Don't worry, I'm coming for you, Shodan. I'll show you the Dan, man. You'll be Shodan to hell when I'm done with you. Sorry. I have to have fun with that. Oh shit. Flamerbot. Go down. There. Whew. But no, yeah, no, I really did think that Star Wars back in the day was just brilliant. Like, I couldn't believe, like, for me when I was a kid, it was that, like, I think Star Wars, for me, Star Wars wasn't my first sci-fi. My first sci-fi and my first love will always be Red Dwarf, because that was actually the first sci-fi I ever saw.
I gotta give that one a chance. It's like, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Like Blake 7. Like I felt like I liked Blake 7. Like I did. Like as much as I disliked Doctor Who, I liked Blake 7. And Red Dwarf looked like it has great potential too.
It does. It's awesome. I like Red Dwarf. I like Red Dwarf is really good. I'm gonna change weapons because I want to put the pipe in the. Oh yeah, there we go. It's cold outside. I got a wrench now. I'm gonna beat you over the head and take your stuff.
Oh my goodness. I just read an interesting headline. Jared Isaacman nominated again to head NASA. So they had a new interim NASA head or a new NASA head, and originally the president opted not to choose Jared Isaacman, even though he seemed like a really good candidate. He was actually the guy who went on the first spacewalk in the SpaceX space suit. So apparently, I don't know. I guess something changed. Maybe the new NASA administrator's a jerk, and maybe they just realized that it's better to get someone who actually has a more unified vision, and not a corporate. The problem was, okay, so the new NASA administrator. I don't mean to be shifting gears real quick, but this is space, right? Space geeks.
No. This is Space Geeks. Fucking
Great.
run, man. Go for it.
Oh, thank you. So basically, what happened was they got this new NASA administrator in, and he's saying he said he wanted to put out new feelers to see if anyone else wanted the contract for the moon thing, because SpaceX has been working on the Starship rocket, which has the Falcon Super Heavy booster. That's the bottom half, and the self-landing booster that can be refueled and reused within a reasonably short amount of time. And the upper stage, of course, called Starship. And one thing that was different about, say, the likes of the Saturn V is not just 2 stages, which means that by the time the Starship booster gets into space, it needs to be refueled. So they've covered a lot of ground, SpaceX, a lot. Like, they've made a lot of progress, but, they got, like, for example, like, do a refueling thing. So you'll see these concept pictures where they show you 2 Starship rockets, like a Starship tanker attaching to a Starship to add fuel to the, rocket that has to go to the moon, for example. And recently they basically announced that they're going to build a station that acts like a refueling depot, and it's going to be like, you dock the Starship that you want to fly to the moon, you dock it once, and then each subsequent launch that has the tanker will dock on the other end of that facility, of that orbital station, so that you don't risk damaging the rocket that goes to the moon. Because if you have to dock like 10 times or 8 times, because it's going to take 8 refuelings, because like the rocket can only provide enough fuel, what fuel it has left. So the tanker rocket is going to use like basically 80% of its own fuel just to get itself up there, so it can only give about not even 20%, probably 1/8 of its fuel roughly. So bottom line is, also the other thing is that with these rockets, you got to keep the fuel cryogenically cooled so you can keep more of it in the tank. So that station is going to have a power source and the ability to do that properly. Because that was something that came to mind, like on my end. I was like, wait, how are they going to do that? And it's like now they announced how they're going to do it. I'm like, okay, good. They actually have a plan for this. Now, the thing that was weird was the new NASA administrator puts out feelers to get a different company like Blue Origin, possibly. He even literally says that they might get Blue Origin, or see if Blue Origin wants to do the moon rocket thing. Because he thought that SpaceX was behind schedule and it wouldn't be ready. But the thing is that NASA continues to maintain their business with Boeing. The one with the Starliner that left 2 astronauts stranded in orbit, and nobody trusted the vehicle to bring them back home, so they basically had to send a Dragon capsule from SpaceX up, and then send the Boeing capsule down unmanned because they didn't trust it to not kill the astronauts. It worked, but they didn't trust it, and rightfully so. And meanwhile, the SLS rocket, which is built by NASA, and I believe Boeing is involved in that one too, or I forget it was Boeing and ULA. I mixed up the companies sometimes. Bottom line, that rocket, they've been spending 20 years on that freaking thing, and it's like, it's, chronically over budget, and it's an interesting rocket, but it's like using shuttle technology in order to spread more jobs amongst more districts that already had jobs for the shuttle program. So it's more like a jobs program and a pork thing than it is about efficiently, having a heavy lift rocket. So while SLS might have a place in a situation where you don't need a reusable rocket, where you need to bring a large amount of, cargo in an expendable mode, but you're also using 30 or 40-year-old engines technology. I mean, they're upgraded, but they're still 30 or 40-year-old engines. And so it's like, what's with this double standard? How are we going to accuse SpaceX of being behind schedule when they constantly make their milestones? And they even have the contract where they only get paid if they achieve the milestones. Whereas, Boeing, they get the money and they keep kind of effing up and then needing more money. And so I suspect that's the reason why Jared Isaacman is back onto the table to head NASA.
Okay, can I ask a question? Do you think Boeing, like a lot, there's been a conversation about this, and I don't know if you feel the same way, but I've had a couple of people say to me, brought this up for stuff with all that's going on with the silliness that's been going on with this. Do you think Boeing has been scamming the American government? Because a lot of people have said that they legitimately.
Yes and no, but interestingly, like the F-47 is a relatively new design, and that's actually apparently Boeing that does the space fighters. I mean, the fighter planes and all of that. The military division is a separate Boeing division, but it's weird because like the 787 Dreamliner had a lot of wins and a lot of like weird things about it, but there are some interesting successes with the 37 Max and the 7 whatever Dreamliner. Of course, when you're an African airline company and your plane keeps engaging this auto control thing and you don't send out documents to the people at the airline to tell them, hey, by the way, don't overcompensate when this autopilot thing overcompensates because then the plane will crash. That's really shitty. But what do you mean? Like, give me an example. What's the buzz? Like, maybe I'm ignorant.
There's been a lot of conversations that because Boeing got a whole bunch of big contracts from the American government, and it's like, have they actually given us anything that has actually was supposed to be given?
Great question. Well, I think it's too soon to see. So the thing, let's go to F-47 for a second. I did see some satellite imagery from, I believe it was Area 51. Literally, not even conspiracy theory. Area 51, the real Area 51, of a transparent hangar that had something that looked like the F-47, had the right shape, and so they probably already flying something of a prototype of it. And unlike the the Russian Federation and Red China, we tend to understate certain capabilities whereas they have a habit of overstating capabilities, and we're perfectly content with them going around with their propaganda and talking points saying how like, oh, you guys spent this many $1 million on a PowerPoint. We already have our sixth generation fighter, the J-20. But that said, do I have evidence that we are actually operating the F-47, that it's actually ready for prime time? I don't know, but they seem to have a very fast track thing, so we'll know soon enough if that's vaporware, as they say in the software industry. Vaporware being that a company announces that they're going to release a piece of software, and then it essentially gets people to say, oh, I'm not going to buy WordPerfect 4 because Microsoft Office 2.0 is coming out any month now, and then a year later, the new Microsoft Office still don't come out, and yet now WordPerfect lost business anyway, and it makes, it's an anti-competitive method that companies do. So, there's always that possibility of vaporware in the aerospace, and that would be a form of defrauding the American taxpayer.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the question. But a lot of people think Boeing has been scamming the market, and maybe they have, maybe they haven't. I'm not 100% sure on this one. But my thoughts have always been, I don't know how to feel about Boeing right now as a whole, so I'm just kind of like, I hope they're not fucking with the populace, because eventually, eventually lawsuits are going to happen. Like Boeing has been in problem. Boeing has had issues over the years. Like, excuse me.
Well, it's funny you mention that. I learned that there was a McDonnell Douglas was possibly. I read a comment. I don't know if this is true, but it sounds interesting. McDonnell Douglas kind of became rich partly because of their stock trading and market manipulation. At some point, they were no longer the brilliant giant they once were. But when they merged with Boeing, it seems that some of the worst qualities of McDonnell Douglas may have integrated into Boeing's chain of command. And we see this when you had all these issues in the past year or so, especially with the civilian aircraft division and even the Dreamliner. Essentially, short-term profits. You tell every part of your company, shave 10% off regardless. I don't care how you do it. Next thing you know, they don't have the $500 wrench they need in order to adjust the helium valve on the freaking thing that you're about to send to space. And all these weird, things like that. And so my friend's proposal is that the only way you fix that, one of the best ways, is you got to hold those CEOs, offer to hold them criminally liable. Basically, like, under the threat of, take all your crap and send you to jail and take your house and make you poor. and only then will they not be focused on the short-term profits and not, and they'll start thinking a little long-term. But yeah, no, Boeing's definitely the company that built the magnificent B-52 Stratofortress that built other planes like the 707. The 707 was interesting. It did a barrel roll back in the 60s or 50s. Like when the 707 was being tested, the pilot decided to do a barrel roll like on a whim, and he knew he could do it. It was a 1G maneuver, but it kind of made the journalists realize, or people watching, wow, a freaking plane that we pictured as a big plane could actually manage a barrel roll. Gee whiz, it looked really cool too. But the B-52, on the other hand, don't do a barrel roll on that. You will die. But you ever see the video of the B-52 at the air show? Well, the guy's flying really low, and he's doing this really, like, banking turn low to the ground. And B-52 being as heavy as it is, once you're doing a banking turn, you're no longer getting lift, and so it starts sliding sideways. And that's exactly what it did. It kind of just, like, went sideways into the ground, and boom, 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 and nice fire roll. And you do that at, like, 40,000 feet. So what if you lose 5,000 feet before you recover? But you do that near the ground, losing 100 feet, losing 200 feet, 500 feet. Is death. But my bottom line is, we still got these B-52s. They keep extending. I think now we're talking about 2050. So a B-52 will be in service for 100 years. Now, it doesn't mean it'll be the airframe, because, of course, they have, like, multiple revisions of the B-52, and some of them were built in the 70s, whereas some were built in the 50s. Some of them ended up in the boneyard and are now used to seed spare parts. They get re-winged, I think, every 3 years. Like, at least if they're operational B-52s, they actually have to redo the wings every 3 years. So it's not like you're necessarily flying with the same B-52s, but that's work done by the Air Force. So it's not like Boeing has a hand in that anymore. So can't give Boeing today, modern Boeing, credit for that. But like, if their new airplanes, the passenger planes, can do their job, and they might, but it looked like it was a bit of a road. I mean, like, they had some issues with carbon fiber in the wing and lightning strikes, and they had to figure out how to ground it properly so that you don't ignite the fuel, because lightning that's not, properly grounded apparently ignites fuel when the fuel is in your wing. But a lot of people, I think some people were surprised here about the F-47 being this big project, the FAXX, whatever it is, I forgot the term, but I want to see it succeed, because it would definitely keep our edge up on these other countries. Although maybe we shouldn't waste time on keeping up with the Joneses all the time, because we already kind of have like a pretty solid military. But I don't know. Like, I guess the one thing I want to know is the truth: is the military division of Boeing separate from the the passenger airplane company, or is that just some BS that some jerk said in a comment? Well, real quick though, right now I want to see if they got anything new. P-8 Poseidon. Okay, that's not the newest plane. Boeing delivered new aircraft, including a variety of military jets. So apparently they delivered new F-15s relatively recently. I didn't even know they delivered new F-18s. P-8 Poseidon, I believe, is a sub-hunter. It's like an airplane that does like maritime patrol and reconnaissance. That's like a sub-hunter. It could drop torpedoes and buoys and things and what have you. What's this? MH-139A Grey Wolf helicopter. Okay, it looks a bit like a Black Hawk. I mean, it's not a Black Hawk, but it kind of looks like one. AH-64 Apache. But which one's it? Oh, here we are. So commercial aircraft, 737 MAX, 787 Dreamliner. We know those had some of the teething issues. They have the final 747 coming out. Speaking of that, Air Force One, it's a pretty old plane. I mean, like, it's like one of the problems that Air Force One is internally, it's like having smart light switches that are outdated, and that's one of the issues with the modern, Air Force One is like, how do you retrofit everything inside of a plane that's already been flight certified?
For years and years and years, yeah. Simi said Isaac, guy who lived next to a Air Force training boy, does supersonic weapon testing. They say they won't do anything supersonic next to the residence. They lied as a guy. Okay, I never. Okay. Don't know how
Isaac guy, or are we talking about Isaac Man or a different Isaac guy?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I
I'm
mean, look,
assuming
some people. I was actually watching a discussion about this. Lady was upset that her cats were being kept awake, and one idea was like, level with her, just kind of maybe send some kitty treats and apologize. But ultimately, there's some people who will literally pay extra, like with airplane autists, right? They will pay good money to live next to an airbase. I know it's even in Japan, like there's people who choose to live in the apartment buildings next to the Air Force bases, both the JMSDF and the American ones, because they just love watching that stuff. They love spurging out on that, But a while back, they did have rules about passenger jets. One of the reasons that Concorde became uneconomical was indeed because of a prohibition on sonic booms over land. So if they do it again, they might be developing planes that are better about the loudness of the sonic boom, more graceful, and that should be interesting to find out. But I'm going to look into this thing that Slim's mentioning. It sounds fascinating and concerning.
Yeah, well, they're not. If I remember correctly, that's a big no-no on the whole. Like, you are not supposed to do that at all. Period.
The sonic boom is loud rumble. Direction of aircraft will fly.
Yay. Got one. Charge up to second charge. Full charge shot. Shit! Droid behind me! Droid behind me! Droid behind me! Come on.
Now maybe that there's some truth in that about the what do you call it, not doing supersonic testing near residents. There are these not all pilots, but there are some hot dogging pilots out there, like the late John McCain. He's not beyond reproach at all. In fact, like he was kind of like a bit known allegedly for being the kind of guy who would like do this thing where apparently you increase the air fuel mixture, you increase the fuel mixture in your jet engine, it makes a really loud popping sound. So when you're on the deck of the carrier, if you want to mess with the deck crew, you do this and it startles them. And supposedly, I don't know if this is true, I'm sorry, like I watched too many random things over the years that sometimes it's hard to unless I really make a point of remembering to decipher, differentiate the BS or the speculations. But it sounded like something a rich boy would do, a wealthy man's son. And of course, when he got shot down over Vietnam, certainly God bless the man. I mean, like he broke both arms on the way down and got fished out of the water and then spent time at the Hanoi Hilton. That's, something that he did sacrifice a lot as a soldier. But some people argue they prioritized getting him out because he was the son of an admiral. And I don't know if that's true, but he still went through that. He still, sacrificed something for his country. So maybe that's karma. Maybe that's just him doing his job. But my point is, if he really did hot dog stuff, maybe other pilots do that bullshit too. But go on.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go back to the Star Wars combo because we're getting into the political thing. I'm gonna try to keep the channel as we'll do it a little bit, but I kind of want to leave it so everyone can enjoy the channel. So at least this one. I should get you on for the one we have on Rumble. It's a little more it's a little more push on that one. If you heard my rant about Toronto.
Oh yeah. I just went to the polls and 2 guys were in favor of the guy that, is popular in the news. Well, I was like, oh, you voted for the guy. And I'm like, at first, I'm not voting for any of the mayoral candidates, but I figured I'd give them the neutral answer. Then I kind of said, okay, they're going to cost me while I'm just trying to mind my own business. I'm going to chew their ears off. So I kind of chewed their ears off. I didn't, say anything negative about their guy. I just said, maybe Sleewer is in cahoots with the guy on your side because, he's siphoning votes from the other, guy, etc. and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. But I basically chewed their ears off so that they would let me go because, of course, I didn't want to talk to them, but now they're talking to me. So once I shoot their ear off, they'll realize, oh, shoot, we got to let this guy go or he's going to take up our time.
Yeah. I so for me, the whole situation with Toronto was a very interesting thing because there was this hard on for the fact that you guys were doing baseball and we might win against America, and I'm like,
That was so
I
annoying
gotta-
with the fucking hockey. When they had that fucking hockey fight, and it's like people in the comments were like, "We won! No, we won! Oh no, our guy hit your guy harder!" And it's like, who gives a shit?
yeah, I'm not a fan of the idea that because Toronto's playing like Toronto. I as a guy who lived in Ontario and lives in Ontario, I have a hate boner for Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
That's not unclear. I will. This is a few times. I'm going to bring up a little bit political, and I'm going to drop. We'll go back to Star Wars. But I have a hate boner for Toronto because, very simply put, Toronto gets money when the rest of the province doesn't. Toronto gets they use money that they get to pay for stuff, and yet we got to cover the cost of shit. No. How about no? How about we don't take the cost of Toronto into consideration? So for someone like me, I can't stand Toronto. So I have a real bad. So when I hear when Toronto gets its special little points, and everyone's like, "Ooh, Toronto might beat America in something," I'm like, I really get it. I'm like, how about we don't give Toronto any level of love? It's Toronto. The place is a hive of fucking scum and villainy. Where's all the crime coming from? Toronto. Where was all the drugs coming from? Toronto. I wonder why I hate Toronto.
If I need to buy anything, go to Toronto.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get things at Quebec and Montreal if I wanted to.
Yeah, I know, but Toronto had the drugs. Toronto, a lot of the drug stuff that's been happening in our area has been due to said drugs, and so as a fan of the Toronto, I don't like Toronto for that reason. So. Not the right code.
Yeah, I misunderstood Slim's comment. I thought he said the Isaac guy, but no, he's literally saying, as a guy, I live near the Air Force Base. So that's completely different. Now, that's a first-hand report from Slim, so I appreciate that. And I'm sorry.
Thank you.
No, I was trying to Google, like, did this Isaac guy, did some guy named Isaac live? I was like trying to Google this shit. I was like, no, it's a first-hand report. You don't Google first-hand reports. Just, I'll take Slim's word for it,
Yeah, here we go. Now they're sending the droids out. Shodan's pissed. Shodan's not happy with me. Even though I decommissioned the bots, Shodan's not happy. Yeah, at least Shodan keeps giving me ammo for doing that. Thanks, Shodan. Oh, I can't open that. Oh. So I guess this door's locked to me. Okay. But no, for me it's no, that's where I come from with the whole situation with Toronto. But back to Star Wars and the classics. I mean, what other franchise at the time was considered that they not only did they launch it once, they launched it they launched it 3 times. CC Sim here. I had a civilian contract, walk to a 3-mile-long magnetic rail. Now they do weapon testing. Oh, cool.
Well, weapons is different. It's not so airplanes going supersonic definitely make a noise. You got the bow front, you got the the aerodynamics, and then you got the engine noises that of course translate to sonic boom. But I guess if you're shooting a bullet or something, I mean, how much noise that'll make a crack? A missile on the other hand, that'll make a hell of a sonic boom, I guess, right?
Yep.
Now, what about turbo laser turrets? They're plasmas, so I guess not. Although Star Wars weapons, interestingly, so they're not necessarily lasers. Turbo lasers are more like a magnetically confined plasma that gets shot out of that barrel, and sometimes they even go slower than, what we consider bullets to move at, I believe. And they certainly don't go the speed of light. Maybe that's why stormtroopers have so many challenges hitting things. Some of them will even use ammunition, like depending on like now this is like I don't know if they portrayed this in the movie. I think we should just assume they got a power pack, but some of them use like some kind of cartridge that holds the energy or whatever for that particular firing.
Oh
and
shit! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out!
in the theory
Rats.
though, stormtroopers in the A New Hope did have night vision capabilities. They had some kind of ranging sight on their helmets. But by then, of course, the majority of stormtroopers were not clones. These were just, workers basically, right? People with a career or a job earning a paycheck. So they maybe weren't like the Clone Wars guys.
Paycheck. Yeah, they didn't. No. Stormtroopers did not get a paycheck. I must reiterate that. They really didn't have a paycheck.
Well, of course they did. They do, and that's the problem with the Rebels. Actually, when they destroyed the Death Star 2, they ruined a lot of careers.
Yeah, but they never got. Remember, Star Wars. There's a lot of people don't understand this about Star Wars. If you've played some of the other games and some of the other, if you start getting into the original lore, now. Now I'm going to say this right now, and I'm going to kind of give a little tip to stuff. We are pushing into a different thought process by going into this stuff. Like we are actually going to be getting into the more different lore. No, they don't give a fuck about you in the Star Wars franchise. It was they really didn't. Like, get out of here, you prick.
It's like I'm trying to think of examples, like I mean, I got the impression that people chose to work these jobs, but then I kind of remember Han Solo's backstory. Really... He was friends with Dengar. Remember Dengar, the bounty hunter in Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. So Dengar, for anybody who doesn't remember, there's a scene in Empire Strikes Back when Darth Vader is standing on the command deck of one of his, I think the Executioner Super Star Destroyer. And he's talking to like a group of bounty hunters, and in that moment, that's the scene where he says to Boba Fett, "No disintegrations." And it's like, okay, I guess this guy's over disintegrations. But one of the guys is a quiet white dude with what looked like a turban on his head. But the reality was, this particular bounty hunter, the reason he had such a deadpan face, the reason he had a turban on his head was because, well, apparently him and Han Solo when they were kids, and I know expanded universe stuff, so somebody's like, the movies were a springboard for creative writing. They gave writers a good amount of creative freedom in the 90s to do these things. So in the book Tales of the Bounty Hunters, which tells you what happens to Boba Fett after, long before the book of Boba Fett, it tells you what happened to Boba Fett after he falls into the Sarlacc pit. But when Han Solo was a kid, him and Dengar are playing with the speeder bikes or swoops, and there's an accident. So then, in order to treat his friend, they have to go to an Imperial medical facility and have this machine that grows you new brains like popcorn. And, well, after that, he wasn't quite the same anymore. Not quite the cheery guy. But I guess after his brain was fixed, he decided to go and become a bounty hunter. And that's how Dengar ended up in the career where he's trying to, apprehend Han Solo alongside Boba Fett. IG-88. Oh, I love IG-88. He scared the nightmare fuel in me in Shadows of the Empire. Just that like, I don't know, way he did that robot voice. Like, you're trying to evade him, but you just went on the hover train. Like, it's weird how a video game can instill fear in your heart, but I think it happens because you are invested in it. Like, you just spent the past 10 minutes or so on a hover train, dodging things that were getting in your way, ducking and what have you, crouching underneath the overpasses so you don't get decapitated, and jumping when the thing's making a turn, and accounting for the physics of what happens when you're moving and turning and jumping, shooting droid planes out of the sky, shooting gladiator droids or whatever they're called. I call them gladiator droids. I might have the wrong name, but either way, they were, things, guards and stuff. But once you get to the waste disposal depot, you got to deal with IG-88, and there's different ways that kind of make it easier, but obviously, using the blaster takes a little while. Using powerful weapons might mean you waste a lot of ammo and miss him a few times. The flamethrower actually was one of the better weapons that worked on him in the game. But every time you were trying to evade the guy so you can get more health, and you heard, and like he was right behind you. It just like I don't know. It was just something about it. He's like, you knew that you might have to start this over again, and it somehow just gives you that butterfly in the tummy feeling.
It did, yeah. I'm just reading through here. I'm trying to find the
Oh,
code number for this door.
Slim Nim said his job makes him think of the good luck on the code. Makes him think of the bit where they're combing the desert in Spaceballs. That's the part where Tuvok, Tim Russ from Star Trek, goes, "We ain't found shit," and they're like dragging they're dragging gigantic Ace combs. That's actually like a popular brand name for combs. They're dragging giant Ace combs across the desert. Like they're literally combing the desert. That shit was hilarious.
I
man.
love that. That was a good movie. I miss space. We are going to talk about Spaceballs as
Oh,
we
yeah.
progress to this.
I love
I don't
Joan
wanna-
Rivers more than I love C-3PO.
You know what? Let's just look up. Let's just cheat. All right. No, but for me, like I said, the OG stuff, and this spawns so much stuff. That's a great thing about Star Wars, and we're going to be talking about that other stuff too, because I want to rewatch Ewoks and Droids.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta watch Droids
System
soon.
Shock
But I
remaster
definitely.
door codes.
You think I might enjoy Droids more than Ewoks, since I've already seen Ewoks?
Not sure.
And when you say Ewoks, are you referring to literally a cartoon called Ewoks or Battle for
Yes,
Endor?
I am talking for. Yes, I am. We're going to talk about both. If I can.
Okay, but I'm pretty familiar with Battle for Endor and Caravan of Courage, and how it was literally like they had a space RV that got stranded on the planet, and the dad had to fix it. It reminded me of some like Chevy Chase film in the beginning, at least.
Are you kidding me? Are you not giving me? You're not giving me. Okay. Says it's over. Okay. Shit.
Okay,
I can't wait till we get the hacking tool that lets you hack everything. But I can't do that yet.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, it's like one of those magical lockpicks that open up safes. Although I hear that magical safe openers don't work like the movies. Sometimes they can take a whole day to open up a safe.
I don't know where that door code is. I'm actually actively looking for the door codes. The problem is some bodies might even be on the door code right now if I wouldn't even know about it. So I'm just trying to look around, see if I can find it. Because that I want to unlock that door, because that can shut down. I can shut down key things. Like I just shut down the cyborgs. We're not getting hit. No, so I'm just trying to fix the other stuff.
Locutus of Cyborg.
Yeah. Well, the battle one with the Ewoks was also quite good. I'm actually shocked people know about. I actually, yeah, the one with the little girl in it.
Oh, sounds familiar. The blonde girl. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually shocked people know about that. Whatever happened to that actress?
I thought that movie was one of the two movies. Was it a different film? Let's see. Ewok film with little girl. Let's see if I can confirm the name. Battle for Endor. Yeah. Yes, that's the one I saw. Okay, I'm absolutely familiar with Battle for Endor. And they were nice. It was nice seeing Wicket.
Yeah. Well, anytime he does work, he's one of my favorite guys. That Warwick Davis is awesome.
Oh, I didn't know that was a guy. But
yeah, that's his name. Warwick, Mr. Leprechaun himself, Warwick Davis.
It's funny. I remember the movie Clerks kind of popularized the notion that it was a freaking Muppet movie. But I never thought of it that way. Like I like the edginess sometimes of the Clerks movies and how they made fun of it and said, "Ah, damn Muppets." But honestly, didn't bother me at the time. I saw them as an indigenous species. I mean, why not have indigenous aliens that look like Muppets? If anything, if Farscape hasn't proven it, then nothing will prove it to anyone. But that's the thing about the Jim Henson Creature Shop. It's like, we watch Star Trek, what do we get? No offense to Star Trek, I love Star Trek, but How many times can you just change the nostrils on your aliens? Like, like Voyager was good at that. It's like,
Yeah, I hated that. That was one reason I didn't like Voyager. I mean, you had a chance to make something like we had the opportunity with Voyager to make something that no one had ever fucking seen before. And not only did they take that, like I kind of feel like we got kind of screwed. But yeah, I feel like we got screwed there. That's kind of where my pet peeve's always been.
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I did enjoy. I mean, like I thought it was. I thought it was a valiant effort when they did Species 8472. Like it was almost like the movie. What is it? The one with Charlie Sheen in it with the aliens and the telescope. Not Contact. The Arrival. And they had the chicken legs that went backwards type shit. I mean, I give them props for like doing something unique there. Leveraging computer-generated imagery. But then you had those episodes where they used holodeck simulations to make Species 8472 look human, just so that we can actually interact with them in a decent way. I don't know, it's a little confusing.
We're almost there. Can I? Nope. What about this? Nope.
And like, first time you see Species 8472, and the Borg ship just goes and like I'm sorry, the Borg ship is there, you got a Borg cube, and then Species 8472 takes a couple of their little fighters and combine them to make like the equivalent of a super laser, of the more like lightning bolts, and they destroy Borg cube like instantly. It's like, whoa, what the F is happening here?
I actually like that. Where'd you come from? Get out of here. Okay, I'm gonna go back to ammo. I don't want to waste my super gun. Ooh, medkit. Don't know what that's for, but I'll take it. Hey, toilet paper. That was the one thing I thought was kind of interesting in this game.
Toilet paper? Like what? You need that in the game? Like you actually go to the bathroom in this game? That's like a part of the game?
No. There's a joke from an old sci-fi thing for this. Back in the day, there's a joke that they unfortunately ran out of toilet paper in month 1 because they accidentally jettisoned all the toilet paper out. I can't remember the name of the sci-fi, but yeah, it was kind of I just the fact that there's all this stuff here just kind of makes me chuckle. I'm kind of like, okay, that's kind of funny.
And you can't even unless you have an arboretum, you can't just pick up leaves.
Yeah.
Like at least on a Voyager or Enterprise, you go to the Arboretum, maybe you got enough plant matter that you can kind of like figure something out. Although, I mean, on a real starship, and I imagine Star Wars has waste recyclers. I don't think they're sending their biological waste outside.
They use duvets because remember Princess Carrie Fisher did say that aliens that Star Wars didn't have underwear, so. They use duvets.
Oh yeah, bidets, right? Bidet. I think it's a bidet.
Bidet.
Is there a different thing? Is there a different apparatus? Like, is the bidet the one that sprays, and a duvet something you wear?
I have no idea.
I think it's a bidet. I think the bidet, it looks like a toilet, but instead of having a toilet bowl, it's got like a spout in the middle.
Oh, I'm totally upset now. Is this that won't have a single drop of just a little bit of a smoke, and everyone's accusing me of enough drinking? Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Slim. I wish you luck on that. I know how that be sometimes, and I believe what you will do is you will make efficient use of the fuel that you currently have. But yeah.
Yeah, my fun is the soda. I have a nice little bottle of pop sitting here, and I've been slowly sipping away at it as I'm playing this game. By the way, great game. Definitely worth a playthrough if you have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
This actually the remasters.
Interesting.
This remaster is a little bit more easier to get into.
Oh,
That's
so
the-
yeah, true. Sometimes remasters, I can picture that. I've done that before. Where I play remaster and it's just something that's a whole barrier of entry removed, or just I don't know, something about it. Yeah.
Yeah. This one's not so bad. Is that a damaged gun? Yeah, that's a damaged multi-pistol. I'll drop the damaged multi-pistol. So he ate a bag. He ate a bag. I guess whoever this guy was ate a bag of crisps and then basically blew his brains out from what it looks like. Oh, hell of a way to go. You know what? I got enough. I got enough pulsar rifle. I think I'm good. I think I'm going to start using my pulsar rounds. There we go. Full charge.
Nah. I'm playing with my Latinum right now.
Carl reported Keith
My
and his
my
friends-
silver. It's not Latinum. It's silver. But when I bought silver years ago, in periodically I buy silver. I was picturing it'd be like owning Latinum. You know, you could sit there at your table and kind of count. They'd be like clink, 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 like Quark and the ROM, or Quark,
Yeah.
Quark. One for you, two
Carl
for me.
marched through with the word
One for you, two for me.
We have 20 people
Fuck,
left.
man, that
Supplies
guy's
are
funny.
low. If we don't push forward, we're dead.
Yeah, I like War. I like him. He's one of my favorite characters. We are going to end it in a bit, but in closing with Star Wars, the first franchise was really good, and I really did think that, if can I ask you a question?
No, of course.
Status report.
Okay, do you feel that if we had just stayed with the OG franchise, and doing the legacy stuff was fine, but if they had just stayed with the OG franchise and never did another movie, do you think it would be do you think it would still be as iconic today? Because I think it's fallen out of favor. That's my feeling towards it.
No updates from him yet. We're safe here.
What's your thoughts?
For how long?
I mean, there was times where it renewed the vigor and the interest, and there's something to be said for that. But they already had a renewed vigor for Star Wars in 1995 when they released the trilogy on VHS, and they did make some changes, but it was so minimal that a lot of people were simply not aware of the changes because it wasn't the special edition. On the other hand, having the special edition available in theaters created a whole little renaissance. It drew people into the theater. It gave people that experience with it playing, the song and they're doing the THX sound. And you got the Doritos commercial where the guy's wearing a bucket on his head and then he's going, Luke, I am your father. It's true. And next thing you got people talking Mandela effects 30 years later. But I digress. Bottom line is, maybe the prequels were kind of a nice to have thing because at least they fit in like a neat six-pack like Star Trek had. But once they went and did more, once they started squeezing these 0.5 episodes, I mean, like they did an episode 2.5 Shadows of the Empire, that would have rocked. But no, they had to do a freaking Rogue One, which was probably the only respectable one, but even that had its damned issues. And so once again, circling back, they certainly made a mess of it by the time they got to the sequel trilogy.
That's kind of how I feel like. I feel like they just made a mess of it. And if they would have just left it alone, I still think we'd be talking about Star Wars today.
I mean,
I
some
think
people
Star Wars-
choose to talk about it, but they fixate on the older stuff, and I can respect that. I know a group of guys. They run a YouTube channel called EBN. They used to call it Echo Base Network, and they'll talk about new Star Wars, but they really like to focus on old Star Wars. And that said, I'll give you one interesting example. I was watching an episode of the X-Files in the 90s, and they were talking to some dorky lady, and she was like, I watched Star Wars 100 times, or however many, 300 times, and it was kind of weird, but it's like, on one angle I could relate to that. On the other angle, it was like, there comes a point when you only have 3 movies to draw upon. Where do you go from there,
Novelization. I think the novelization only added to the stuff almost.
Yeah, novelization definitely went a long way to make it, I knew a lot of people in high school, my brother, they loved reading the books. I wasn't a book reader until I got a little older, literally, I didn't get into recreational reading. I must have been in my 30s. I didn't get into recreational reading until 2017. And it was exclusively because I went on Quora to read about how inertial dampers in Star Trek and Star Wars worked. And essentially, it was like, it doesn't work. It's bullshit. Fake physics. But then someone mentions that they loved the way they did it in the Hyperion Cantos by Dan Simmons. And essentially, he described book 3 and 4 of the series, which at the time I thought it was book 1. But in the latter half of that quadrilogy, or whatever you call it, quadrology, they had these ships that would, like, basically to go faster than light, or in order to do the thing that would get them to bypass the cosmic speed limit, the ship would kill you. And then the church who owned the ships had a monopoly on a biological technology that would resurrect the passengers from the dead. Now that's morbid. A ship that turns you to raspberry jam, fries your synapses, and then resurrects you. But like, damn, that's a creative solution right there. And that's what kickstarted my interest. Me trying to learn how inertial dampers might work and find out they don't, and then learning about a alternative to that, that's what kickstarted my interest in recreational reading. And I've been reading basically one sci-fi book, or listening to one sci-fi audiobook after another, or reading the ones that I can't listen to, like, back-to-back since. And that's how I got to Starman Jones and Starship Troopers. So inertial dampers somehow did lead to that. Although I still haven't read the Star Wars books. I did read the novelization of I think of either A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back, and those are interesting just because, like, damn, like, some people don't like the sound effects, but if you like the sound effects, having an audiobook where you got the lightsaber and the slashing sounds and the Darth Vader, it could be fun. It's an immersive experience.
Yeah, it can be fun. I would say my love is, you know, like, I think the original trilogy. I think if they just stayed with the original trilogy and just did the novelization and stayed with the comics and stuff, and, you know, because anything else sort of never worked with Star Wars. That was something I was always noticing. It's like everyone's trying to make these more Star Wars stuff, and I'm like, really, it didn't work the last 4 times you tried, you know, quote unquote, you know, droids and, you know, all this other stuff that they did. Why would it work now was kind of my mentality when it came to this stuff. And I said, you know, I remember saying to a friend of mine, you know, if they just stuck with the movies and did some novelization in the comics, I honestly do believe that I think there'd still be, you know, turkey time. Like, a good example of this, Ghostbusters should have been done years ago. Ghostbusters 3 should have been done decades ago.
Yeah, then you can't. That's a great point. If you want to make a sequel to something that's already great, don't wait 20, 30 years. You gotta do it, like, within a reasonable time frame. Otherwise, you now have a different director, different visions, different financial goals and corporations. It's just not right. Now, I read a version of Go. I remember you told me. I'm sorry. Go first.
They tried. They tried passing the torch, and it just didn't work. They really did. They really did. And now Empire, it just, you know, I hear nothing but people just bitch about Empire. Anyway, go ahead.
Empire, or Empire Strikes Back?
Frozen Empire.
Oh yes. I mean, look, I appreciated, like, little Egon. That was cute as F. Having, like, a 12-year-old in the first movie who looked like Egon and had his mannerisms, and I give her props. Like, Zoe, Sophie. I can't remember her name. Edie, whatever. Anyway. She was great. I thought she was great. Now, the second one, I only watched the end of the movie. I kind of, like, was late, and I went over to my friend's house, and his wife and him were already watching it. I guess it was all right, but I can't say I was compelled to watch it from the beginning. Whereas Ghostbusters 1 and 2, good God, I mean, never gets old.
But yeah, that's the thing, and that's the problem. Like, people, like, now, it's sort of cheapened the Ghostbusters franchise. Like, that's the problem. Like my friend said, that was his problem with this. Now you've cheapened the franchise. Now who wants to, you know, Ghostbusters has lost a little bit of its power. Have I seen the Next Generation technical manual? I've seen 3 of them. Which one are you talking about?
Well, he's talking about the PC CD-ROM, and I actually have to work on that because, like, a while back I exhibited disc 2 or disc 3 of Star Trek Borg, the interactive full motion video game. has a feature called the Borg Omnipedia, and it's essentially a LCARS interface that uses QuickTime movie and audio player, and it partially works on modern Windows, but if you run it in a Windows 98 virtual machine, it absolutely basically works. Like, and you can you can actually open up the folders on the CD-ROM and play the videos and audio clips independently, but opening them inside the LCARS interface is certainly like a lot of fun. So I even made like an OBS scene that made it look better, because what happened was when you look at it on a 640 by 480 resolution, it's either too small or too big. So I essentially like made it so that like the edges of the LCARS interface continue off the edge of that view screen, and it looked pretty good. But yeah, you had things like, it was weird what they packed in. They packed, informational articles, sound bites, and videos. And the videos, some of them were like videos on it, like showing an example of like, a Borg assimilating something, and other ones were like episode previews, like next time on Star Trek: The Next Generation, Geordi has a crush on Leah Brahms and is creepy on a holodeck. Or like there was actually a preview of Data.
Can I be honest?
I can't really brought that one up.
They did that reading. They did what's his face kind of.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's easy to forget that one and just focus on him in First Contact with the cool eyes watching Zefram Cochrane with a beer in his hand. But I hear you, man. They did do him dirty, made him like, and maybe it is a human thing. Look, like in fairness, he's got a visor, he's blind. Maybe people in the future aren't as accepting or tolerant of differences. And maybe it's really hard for him to get a date. I mean, you saw that episode where he's on a date with a girl on the holodeck. And he's like, oh, would you like different music? And he's trying maybe too hard, but he's trying to impress the girl, and she just wasn't into it, unfortunately, And in that way, they did him dirty. I think he deserved to have a woman who did find him, attractive. But he's a damn good engineer. And if there's a woman, not a woman on a ship of 3,000 who finds that attractive, then there's something wrong.
No,
with
he
that.
had relationships. He had actually, there's a book series about Geordi and his stuff. And no, he was actually legit. Like, he did have a good spec off. I just think they kind of stepped on the poor guy.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, real quick though. So the thing that Slim was talking about is literally a game. Oh, he's not talking about that, but Slim did introduce me to a PC CD-ROM that is similar to the Borg Omnipedia, but it's a TNG technical manual. And that one I had a much harder time getting operational. So I've been planning to revisit that. I just kind of forgot. But no, Slim is actually talking about the physical book, in his words, that is the actual physical breakdown manual of the Next Generation ships. So I only have the DS9 technical manual personally. And I sent you a copy, and if you ever want a copy of that, let me know, Slim. I'll drop you a link in my chat.
I actually have a couple now, actually. So
yeah, but I own it, so I could download it. But like, I would never share it here, at least.
No. I actually own. I owned a lot of stuff on the side. I've run a lot of my stuff is MIA now because of I had a flood and that. I at one time, yeah. What happened was I was having some stuff go on in my life that was kind of sucked, just really, really fucking sucked. So I had to. Oh no, you don't. Oh no, you don't. And no, you don't. Okay. Oh, there's a couple droids here, eh? Shit, I'm getting shot. This isn't good. Shit, I'm out of ammo. Go again. Bam. Oh, Okay, anyway, like I was saying, I had so much stuff back in the day that's just gone because of a flood, and I'm still to this day fucking salty that my building was having issues, and this has happened before. Back in the day, I had my building would have issues with bugs and cockroaches, and like someone would get really nasty in the building, and the building would be, you would have to deal with that, right? So as a person, I'm like, fuck, okay, well, I don't want to have my books here because I don't want any of my stuff wrecked. So I sent a lot of my stuff over to this guy because everything was in boxes at one of my friend's house, and we're talking comics, we're talking movies, we're talking a lot of stuff I had on the side that really was good to have, and I just all of it was gone. All of it. This big flood hit, and I lost absolutely everything. Was completely destroyed. I lost movies. I lost my entire VHS collection, which was over 1,000 movies. I lost over 450 comics. I lost my Super Nintendo stuff. I lost my Nintendo games. I lost my PlayStation games. The only thing I had here was my DVDs and my Blu-rays, and they're everything was gone. I just lost it all. And it was one of the most sad, like, I will never, ever be able to legitimately acquire that collection ever again.
Yeah, I've had something like that happen before.
Yeah, and it just...
Maybe not to the same magnitude, though.
Oh, he lost even more than me. He was a bigger collector than I was.
Oh, no.
And he lost, like... we figure what he had. Yeah, I like Miles O'Brien. I heard they even put Miles O'Brien in the Star Trek Online. I think, if I remember correctly.
I can picture him being an STO. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. I remember. Yeah, I heard about it. So anyway, like I was saying there with this, it just losing that really. Holy fuck, was that?
He's very versatile, Miles O'Brien. I mean, like, he fought in a war. He, did a lot of stuff, and spent a lot of time as transporter chief, but somehow becomes chief of operations on a DS9, and somehow managed his marriage, and to some extent.
I'm still very, very salty about the bullshit that was that, and I'm to this day.
He fought Alamo.
Yeah, but anyway, back to oh.
So the Star Wars, I have a friend. He does a puppet, and sometimes when someone mentions Star Wars, he'll just go the Star Wars and the Star Wars, and I'm not really good at impersonating, but he'll say it really fast, and then he'll start singing about Rey, and then someone will play a clip of Darth Vader going no.
Yeah, Star Wars was fun. Like, to me, I like Star Wars, but we, as in a nutshell, we really did. I think the fun things, we're going to be talking about all the side stuff soon, and it's just going to be like, I wonder how off the rails that's going to get. It is Space Geeks. You should get a lot of fun from us doing stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are, so this is, I'm going to call it now, I think. I got some food, I got some gear, I got some equipment, we save up. Who knows, I might go back to this, or I might start playing this again.
You're not a video game collector unless you lost a collection or two, or sold it at GameStop for pennies.
Yeah. No, I lost a lot.
That was me, man. Oh. Thank God.
Yeah, there's some truth to that. There's some little truth to that. I've lost. Oh God. My favorite was dropping off the. My favorite was helping my mom with her yard sale, and she was going to sell all her Nintendo games. I'm like, Mom, I can get you about $20-$30. Like, why are you trying to sell these for a quarter a piece for games?
Oh my goodness. Oh shoot. Yeah.
She had all these old games. Thank you, Ars. And and so I did, and I got her $20, and she's like, "Well, I thought you'd get me more than $20." I'm like, Mom, I got you exactly what I said I could get you, and no guarantee I could get you I could get you 30. Like I said, I could get you anywhere between 20 to $30, and that's what I got. I got her $20.
Originally, what, she was selling it for a quarter, you said?
Yeah, a quarter a game. She had like 50 games.
So 50 games. Oh, 50 games for a quarter. So yeah, the math on it's like what, $10-$15. So you gotta wait, no, my math is wrong.
An extra $5, I think. Wait, 25. Wait, let me do that here. Minus 25 times 50 is $12.
Okay, that's not bad. That's an increase. I remember when I was a kid, I knew this kid down the block who was kind of like maybe poor, and he was trying to, he asked me to buy Nintendos. He said, "Oh, I'll sell you these 2 Nintendo games," and he gives me like a price of either 50 or 100. I think he gave me $100 price. I'm like, no, man, I'm good. And he's like trying to convince me, like, oh, but my mom paid $50 for each of them back in there. I'm like, yeah, but I can go to Funko Land, get them for $10. He's like, and he's trying to make this old case, and he's really trying to push the case. It was like the wildest. It was funny, man.
Yeah,
I was like,
I've
I'm
had
not
people
buying
push
those.
cases for games. It's kind of funny how they've done that. But yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us for Space Geek. Next Space Geeks, we're going to talk about Star Wars some more, and we're going to talk about droids, Ewoks, and the infamous holiday special. And then we'll move on to the trilogy franchise. And yeah, we'll talk about the video games too. Who knows?
Oh,
I
yeah.
might System Shock. I'll put a poll up for next week. It's either going to be more System Shock, more or I'll start Oregon Trail, or I'll start another thing. Like I have options. Let's just put it that way.
Or how about this? You let me take down an Imperial Walker without using the brakes at full acceleration, so I can show everyone how it's done, and that's all I'll do. Then you can just play whatever game you said you were gonna play.
Yeah, you know what drives me nuts? I would love to play. I would love to play Battlefront or the Battlefront game. So we're talking about Star Wars, but I know damn well if I play Battlefront, we are just going to get copyright claimed for
You think?
everything. I just don't even
I
want
mean,
to bother.
I guess especially with the music, yeah.
No, it's not just the music. It's everything. Like they anything Star Wars, you're in trouble. So that's why I don't do Star.
I'm gonna try that out. I've gotten away with murder, but maybe I've just been lucky, or maybe I just run the audio on low.
Well,
Well,
I try to run audio as low as possible. Like this was interesting to play this game without hearing the monsters. I'm not gonna lie, I had to play this as if a deaf person. So because I got everything, I got to turn everything down so you get the audio, and I can
yeah.
hear everything. And oh god, that was interesting. All right, I'd like to thank everybody for enjoying us having fun here, and we'll see you guys next time on Orc War Chief Reviews. Tomorrow morning, I believe, we're doing the is it? Yeah, I believe Wednesday. So we got the 2 hump days coming up. All right, boys. We'll talk to you guys later. Have yourselves a very good time, and we'll see you at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning with Mystic Quest. Have a good one, boys.